Okay, we're talking about the other types of computers, personal computers. Some people call mini computers, microcomputers. Most people call PCs personal computers. There was the Interac. Interac was another company from Michigan. It was actually a good machine. We learned how to program Interac Basic. Beautiful graphics, easy to use, much more powerful on the graphics system. The interface system was easier. The buttons was awkward. It was square buttons. It wasn't like a regular keyboard. The buttons were square, but you push down on it and you're able to program for hours and things. These are entering into the days of color, doing programs in color, representation, graphics and things like that. There was probably some other one. I know the Osborne was out there, the Ojai Scientific computer was out there. Sinclair was only a 1K. It was a small machine that people used to do basic programming. There was probably a few more around there that weren't as popular. But the two key main guys was Atari and Commodore. Now, let's go back to, let's look at Atari. Atari was actually, between the two, Commodore and Atari, there's a Commodore Basic and Atari Basic. The Atari Basic was much more easier to program than Commodore. Atari had access to the GTIA graphic chips, and they had many different modes of graphics. It was easier to do games, adventures. We wrote many adventure games, graphic interface, which was extremely good. Security, protection on the Atari. Many people used the Atari system for business, accounting. There were spreadsheet programs, clones of Lotus 1, 2, 3, which is most people know as Excel for Microsoft. They had those. We had word processor. You had the spreadsheet we talked about, database programs. All these things are accounting programs are available, and the Atari came a far way. Sale-wise, I think they were a good competition for Commodore. The games were good. Remember, a lot of them were arcade type quality games. Commodore, and they're back and forth. They're both competition to each other. And what was interesting is that the Commodore came out with a computer which was a new generation. Actually, before we talk about the new generation, all these computers were using basic structures and command languages. They had something called DOS. DOS stands for Disk Operating System. DOS means when you're trying to access something, you do dir, means to do a directory. You can do dir/w to go wide, dir/p to print, and all different commands to load and save and get, especially using input device. You use the get command to grab data from the hard drive, to put data on the hard drive, to write data on there. So all these are basically DOS operating system. They're all text-oriented commands. You got to type manual commands for the computer to do something. You can tell it to print, you have to sort. All these things are manual words that you have to learn all the command instruction codes for the disk operating system. Whether it's Commodore, Atari, IBM was the same thing. IBM had the MS-DOS, which is the Microsoft disk operating system. So everybody just call it this, whatever from the company, but they were an operating system. Imagine why it's called disk, because they were using disk drives at that time, so it was called disk operating system. Then there was a company came out with the GEM operating system. Actually, yeah, Digital. Digital came out with something called the GEM operating system, which is a graphical environmental system. And the system was driven by a mouse.